Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Grumman Pilot's YouTube channel. And today we're looking at, in this case, on this airplane, we have added a Skytec starter instead of the big Prestolite that normally came on our airplanes, the lightweight starter. Now, part of the gap between the starter and the front baffle seal lets the air rush out here instead of coming down the cylinders for cooling. So what we want to do is, we started off with this piece, but now what we're going to do is we want to get a piece of baffle seal material, like this stuff or the black, to block all these holes all the way around the starter and restrict the airflow getting it by. So what we've done is we have cut a couple of pieces of paper and we slid them into place, and what we wanted to do was we took a pencil and we got the arc of the opening and the rough idea of where we want the patch to go on that side, and then we took another piece and captured, and we sanded the by because we have a wire coming through there, and we stood by and we did the same thing on this side, and this piece is going to come down and made up with the bottom of this one. We'll notch out the cable right here going in, and by doing that we'll have one solid piece, and we're going to knock a lot of flow out there. This is going to give a lot more cooling to the engine. So this is what happens when you change your starter. A lot of people just leave this opening, or they trim it enough so that this cable never takes a chance of getting worn through and having a short to your, because it will burn right through the aluminum. So folks, we hope you found all this useful and informative. We're now going to go off and cut a piece, and we'll be back later for some more fun, so stand by. Now, as we said, we're going to use some baffle seal material. It both electrically neutralizes the cable should it ever short through, because it can't short to rubber, and it's going to make a good blocking seal. But when we're talking about baffle seal material, Ken and I always talk about the natural roll of the material, and you can sort of kind of see it here from side to side. The roll was rolled up this way. So when we do the baffle seals, we'll cut them along this way so they roll over and want to hit the baffle seal. But that doesn't matter when we're doing the starter baffle seal. I just wanted to point out that baffle seal material has a natural roll from being in that shipping roll. So stand by for some more fun. Okay, now what we've done is we've trimmed the baffle seal down to a much smaller piece than we started with. We cut this one out. We'll save this one for the next one we have to do. And then we found something about the right diameter, which was a roll of the big blue Pater's tank, and then we took a silver Sharpie and we scribed our line. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the scissors that cut anything from Harbor Freight, and we're going to take them and we're going to start from at the top, and then we're going to cut around each arc a little on the inside, and then we're going to put a little bit of a notch here where that the cable goes through about right there. That's what that dash bar is. So we're going to do all of that, and then we're going to take and do some more fimming and trimming, and then we're going to do some more fitting and trimming, and then we'll be ready to go start punching the rivet holes for in here, and then be pop riveting this to the firewall. So to the front baffle seal. So stand by. Alright, we cut it out like we had done with our paper. There's the piece we cut out, and this is just cut a little too large, so let's make another one real quick. Stand by. So now you can see the difference between the two sizes. That was our original. I left a lot more to trim out here. We're going to go start on that now. Stand by. Okay, the seal piece is completely cut out now, and we did a couple of things that you might find very useful. This notch right here is for the big battery cable to the starter, and by cutting that notch, you're allowed, that way you can bend this out of the way, get this into the airplane and trim this half, tape it to the front baffle, and now you can begin with the same registration point on the cable. You can begin working this way, and whatever model starter that was, we had another small wire we had to notch out for, but we're all notched out now, and this is now ready to be installed on the aircraft. So stand by. And the whole purpose of having baffle seals this close, I'm not being anal about it, it's that you want to keep all the cooling air going through your cylinders and out the vents at the bottom of the airplane, not leaking going out by the propeller, because that puts more warm air back into the intakes. So there you go. That's why we do it this way. Stand by. So one of the ways you can get it in perfectly straight is we've decided that this is going to be our standard side, so we've held it in place with some tape. We've started the first drilling there, so what we're going to do is we're going to drill and we're going to pop a large headed rivet in there. We're going to put another one here, one down here on the bottom, and then we're going to securely flatten this out. And then once this side's in place, now we can start getting this one all in place and get it drilled over here. So stand by. Well, here you go. Here's what the finished product looks like. It's been riveted all around the perimeter. We got a nice tight seal, and if this airplane was having a cooling issue, this is definitely going to help that problem. So we hope you found all this information useful and informative. Thanks for watching, and have a good day flying your Grumman. Look for this link on a GPA page to support us. Thank you very much for your support.